Services came about 50 years ago from a group of concerned citizens that really were looking out for the needs of the seniors. And originally it started that seniors needed employment and to be engaged in the community.
The first executive director of Senior Services was Mary Ann Ormes, and she really is a legend in the organization. She got it going, helped seniors find employment, and just, was the spark that kept everybody excited and motivated to move forward.
Mary Ann Ormes was involved in employing seniors, and she made contact with me to employ a draftsman, a senior draftsman who wanted to continue his work and so on. And we employed him, and he was such a gentleman.
When I came on the board in 1983, Mary Ann Ormes was the director. She was just fabulous. And I do remember, interestingly enough, these titles, Seniors, Employment, and Services. I did a lot of fundraising, as you well can imagine. In a job like that, we need to get money. And I spent a lot of time trying to raise money. And one day, I approached a man who was very generous, and he went to write out his check. And he said, "To whom shall I make it out?" And I said, "Well, make it out to Senior Employment and Services of Alexandria." He said, "That's an awfully long name. Can't you shorten it up?" So I went back to the board and I said, Ed has suggested that we shorten the name and it would be easier for check writing. So the board eventually came up with Senior Services of Alexandria. And that was a turning point for me, because whereas in the past we had a rather small focus of our work, the word Senior Services of Alexandria opened us up to a real future of all kinds of possibilities working with seniors.
Well, the organization was able to continue to be forward-thinking. It wasn't just the jobs in the community, but it was what are the other needs that those residents of Alexandria have. One of the big areas was transportation. So the DOT ParaTransit Program with the city was able to get those seniors to and from the doctor, wherever they needed to go.
Mary Ann was followed by Susan Dawson, who was the person who's responsible for senior services providing Meals on Wheels in the City of Alexandria.
Meals on Wheels came about in 2002, and today we are able to offer Meals on Wheels 365 days a year. And we're only one of maybe 5 programs in the entire country that's able to deliver 365 days a year, whether it is a holiday, a weekend, or in 2015 when we had the terrible snowstorm, we were still able to get out and serve those seniors in the community.
We were once thought of as strictly that group that did Meals on Wheels, but we have transformed ourselves and morphed into an organization that's serving a variety of needs.
My predecessor was Janet BARNETT, who really brought senior services into the 21st century and brought programs such as the Friendly Visitor Program, which is so important for seniors.
So the Friendly Visitor Program has just grown leaps and bounds, and that program is just about caring for people that either may not have someone to care about them or that are local to care about them. And it really benefits the resident or the senior, but it really also benefits the person that's visiting with them. We have countless stories of people just engaging and connecting, and it's just wonderful to see. The Friendly Visitor Program is fantastic and has also allowed us to grow other programs. One of those programs is the Groceries to Go program. So, people, maybe they don't need the meal prepared, but they're not able to go out to the grocery store or carry those groceries back into their home. So it's almost like a step in advance of Meals on Wheels. So great volunteers take the requests of the client and actually grocery shop for them and deliver them to their home. Senior Services partners with other nonprofits in the area as well, and a cool program is Anna Meals. Anna Meals partners with Alexandria Animal Welfare League to take any of the food that had maybe been donated to the Welfare League that they're not able to use. And we are able to deliver it to those who are homebound or at home that have animals that otherwise wouldn't be able to get food for their animal. And back in 2011, we realized that it was important for us to get information out to the seniors in Alexandria. And we really kicked that off with the Alexandria Bar Association and Senior Services with the speaker series. And the speaker series has been just wonderful over the years and has really grown, not only in the content that we share, but the volumes of people that come out to really hear and get the information. People come out and just listen and understand and are able to talk to one another and talk to some experts that are there.
Library visits, speaker series once a month. And we're about to launch perhaps the greatest initiative in our 50-year history in the coming months called the Caring Connection. The Caring Connection bridges the gap between healthcare providers, doctors and nurses, as well as their recently discharged senior hospital patients who in their first few weeks after discharge are at greatest risk in terms of taking their meds, eating their meals, and being secure on their feet. And so we hope to bridge that gap in the same way that we have meeting their meal needs over many, many years by visiting them and making sure that they are following their provider's advice.
I'm just amazed at what you're doing and how happy I am to see senior services of working in so many areas of importance.
Well, it's sort of like architecture in a way.
How so?
It's all right starting with a foundation of something and then building a building and seeing it being used the way it is and seeing that it looks great and it's functioning well and I think that that's what happened with senior services. Being involved in the foundation of it is very gratifying, by the way, and then to see what has been done, looking back and seeing that edifice that is functioning so well.